Money follows attention. Here's money, here's attention. Boom, they come together. The more attention you get out there, the more you put your brand out there, the more you get known, the more you get liked, the more you get celebrated, the more people are looking at you, money just follows. The brand is more powerful than the news right now. I'm telling you, the news channels are going out of business and people are following influencers. Influencers are making more money than ever on YouTube, Instagram, and everything. They're following the people that they like on these things, guys. You got to tap into these things, okay? My goal on this Zoom today is to give you some ways to develop your brand. I'm gonna start out with the way that you need to create a brand, the reels and the content that you need to create, and then I'm gonna get into some tactics that I use to attract business. I want you to take this branding and marketing super seriously. And I'm gonna tell you why, for a lot of reasons. The reason we got to coach this billion-dollar company is because of a brand. And anything that you're gonna do in your life, it's a brand. And some of you, you're scared to build a brand, and I don't understand. But listen, man, you're eventually gonna do some really big things in your life, but I honestly feel like if you can't create a brand, you're just like shooting yourself in the foot. A brand is your reputation in the marketplace. Amateurs, they don't really care what their reputation is. A brand is all the hands you shake, it's all the people around you, it's the employees around you, it's your friends around you, it's what your customers think about you. Listen, man, if people aren't running around on fire telling us who you are, you can't get started to step number 2. Okay, I've taught branding and marketing for years, and for some reason, for a lot of years, it was kind of hard for me to teach it because I would go teach people all these lead strategies, but they would never work for them, but they would work for me. Why? Because listen, man, I did things in a different way. My customer experience was so next level that, man, when I brought that energy to people, when I brought that confidence to people, when I would do all of these extra things in my customer experience, I really made people love me. I really did. It wasn't a trick to get leads. I really wanted to help people. Hey, it's the Macklin twins. Thanks for watching the video. Listen, if you want our free word track guide, 52 word tracks will teach you how to dominate sales, just text 480-780-2203. It'll teach you how to dominate. Let's get back to the video. Text us, let's go. I want you to write this down. Confidence is the one thing that affects everything. If I'm on the sales floor with you and I have more confidence than you, and your customer that you're helping looks over and sees how I'm helping this customer and I'm having fun with them, I'm excited, do you know that that customer is gonna be like, we wish we had that salesperson? Okay, that's branding. I had all these micro experiences happening, and honestly, I went back and asked like 30 of my old customers, and they said, Ian, you always made us feel special. So I want you to write that down. I want you to circle it 5,000 times, and I want you to think about how do you make people feel truly special. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I made them feel great. I'm talking about unforgettable for life. Unforgettable for life. Like, do you guys have a product or a service that when you think of it, you instantly think of a person? You instantly think of an experience that you've had? Okay, so before we get started, if your customer experience journey is not like that with people, I need you to change it. I need you to elevate it because listen, John, I don't know how you're treating customers. I see you on Zoom, you look fired up, you look interested like me, but then at the end of the day, if you're just passive, you don't really bring that energy, that fun to your customers, you're not excited about what you do, your eyes aren't on fire, you're not driving to their house, going the extra mile if they need you, you're not doing all these extra things, you're not posting them on social media, which I'm gonna get into, you're not doing all of these things, then it's kind of like what I said, it kind of like just doesn't work. And then you're like, oh, why is it not working, man? So first, you gotta master your craft. So number 1, you gotta master your craft. You got to develop a depth and a knowledge of a skill set of one thing that nobody else is better than you in. So let's talk about what a master of their craft is. Do you know how to negotiate the lease versus the purchase? Do you know the difference between gap, not having gap, and having gap in car sales? Do you know the difference of all the voltages that go into the roofing? Do you truly know the product knowledge? Now, the product knowledge is important. People knowledge is important. They both go hand in hand. You got to have both. You know, I talked to this one customer yesterday of mine, and she said, Ian, I just wish you would have never stopped selling us cars. You know, and I call the dealership for him still, and I talk to him, and I negotiate the deal for him, and I go through this stuff with her every year. And she's just like, I go into dealerships and I feel so pressured, and I never felt pressured around you. She's like, on social media, you seem like you're a high pressure guy. But when you were with me, because I yell a lot on social media, somebody said, why are you yelling? Bro, because that's just like, when I'm on Zoom with you guys, I get so fired up that I'm just like, God, let's go. You know what I mean? But when I'm with my customers, I'm like, I know how to come in just like a little bit like a level over them, but not too much where they can't, meet me at my energy level. That's my energy rule, okay? But she said, I go in there and, I say, what's the best price? I talk about all these things, and it's like, there's this disconnect, there's this fight. And she's like, I never felt that with you. But in fact, guys, I had the same objections as that salesperson that she's talking about. But why does she coming back to me? Why does she stay with me? Because I had the ability to never lose my state when I got those objections, because I truly knew my business. I could deliver it in a way, I could process information in a way, I could guide them in a way that they loved. So they went and told everybody. And remember, branding is that interaction that when they leave you, they go talk about you to somebody. And do you want that customer when they leave you, when they go leave you, they tell everybody about you? Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So number one, that's probably the most important thing that you can have. But you got to have confidence, because it affects everything. And you get confidence from practice. You get confidence from execution. You get confidence from taking one of these, Sam, and utilizing it, okay? So number two, you got to define your unique value proposition. Let me explain. You got to clearly identify what sets you apart from the competition. You got to clearly identify what makes you you, what makes you special. When I get on the phone with somebody and I say I'm different, I'm like, let me tell you why, man. Here's my unique capability and skill set. I've been in sales for 15 years. I came from nothing. I became the one in my family that made millions of dollars. You want to do that? They're like, yes. I'm like, typically, this is who I am. This is how I've done it. This is what I've done over the years. I know what makes me me. When I was on the car lot, I would say, hey guys, listen, this is what makes me different when you come in. I'm not like every car salesman. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to cheat you, and I won't steal from you. I will always tell you the truth. And if I don't know something, I'm going to go get the right information. We're a family-owned dealership, and I really take pride in this business. When I got onto social media, I could articulate my differences to the world. So on social media, I could say, hey guys, it's Ian, but man, I'm not just a car salesman. I'm the car salesman. You know why? Because I'm going to take care of you and your family for life all the time. You guys know that that's my motto. You guys know that I have the most Google reviews in the nation as a salesperson. Why? Because I like to be the best at what I do for you. So I was always saying those things because I did go get all the Google reviews. I did have the highest dealer rater in the country. I did go get reviews from everybody. If I interacted with you at the mall, I'm like, hey, what do you think about me? Put it online. You know what I mean? So you got to define what that is for you in the market. Number three, you got to be authentic. You got to be authentic. You got to be you. Don't be me. You got to be you. Okay? Listen, if you're like, well, I'm not high energy. Okay, there's some people that don't like high energy, like that guy that doesn't like me yelling. Okay? He ain't never going to come back to the Zoom because I'm crazy as shit. I just think when you're not intense and you're not passionate and you're not having fun, I think it's really hard to win. I think it's really hard to win. Let me tell you this quote my brother sent me, and I want you guys to think about this. The best thing that you can ever develop in life is a positive attitude, an intense passion, and a burning desire to overcome anything. When I get around people, that's my life. That's my life. I know that no matter what happened yesterday, I get an opportunity to serve people today. I get an opportunity to make my life whatever I want. So for me, I like to live who I really truly am. I don't like to be anybody else. I tried it, I didn't like it, I stopped doing it, my brand grew. In coaching, I don't typically attract low energy, low frequency people. I typically don't, unless they want to come up to here or they feel like they're more confident around me because I'm pushing that confidence into them and then they break through, then we're cool. But if they're like, we're super opposite of the spectrum, they don't typically like me, and that's okay. I go into conferences. I was in a conference this weekend, and I'm going crazy on stage. I'm yelling. I'm going wild. There's 500 people, and after there was a line of people, there was probably about 150 people. They wanted to talk to me, and there's 450 other people that didn't. That's okay, man. That's okay. In the car business, when I was able to define who I was, I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm trying to be a better version of me. But when I was able to define that and put that out there and be me, everything changed. There was a time in the Elliott Group where we never talked about fitness. You know why? Because most of our clients were out of shape. But we were teaching sales training and it wasn't authentic to us because what helped us change our mindset was health. And when we liked us better, we served our customers better. So to us, we knew we were going to the gym. We knew we were doing these things, but the clients, we would talk about it and they'd be like, don't do that. Don't you talk about health to my people. And we'd be like, what the hell? And we didn't do that for like a year. And then you know what? Andy woke up one day and said, man, I'm gonna start talking about who I am. And I'm gonna dress how I like to dress. You see Andy's short shorts? Hey, he wears short shorts to business meetings, like to Fortune 100 meetings, dude. You know why? Because it's who he is. Some of you don't realize the power in who you are. You don't realize, like, man, you need to look at you how God looks at you. You need to look at you and be like, man, I'm this person. I'm great. I believe in me. I'm going to put myself out there. So when you do that on the social media, if you have a fake persona and you're putting it out on social media, it's hard to live with. Because then when people meet you, you got to be somebody different than they've seen. Okay? It's important to align your brand with who you are. Number 4 is you got to leverage social media content by building your brand online consistently. Consistently. Some of you make one reel and you're done. And you're done for like a week. I'm gonna give you a formula that 100% works, okay? So here's how you create reels. Number 1, you have to create reels and you have to have posts. There's 2 things, reels and posts. 2 things, they're separate, okay? So reels and posts. In reels, in order to win, you gotta be putting out at least 2 a day. I mean, really you need like 4, like me, but really if you're just starting out, you gotta have 2 reels a day. Here's the formula that we follow. Number 1 in making your reels, impact. You got to put something out there that's you. Okay, here's an impactful reel. Hey guys, you know, when I was 21, I was struggling with this. I beat this. This is how you can beat it. Here's 2 steps. You're like, well, I'm not a motivational speaker. Become one. Become one. You don't got to beat me. So when you're putting these reels out there, you got to put something, and this isn't specifically everything that you need to put out, but you got to put impact. You got to put education. Educate people on your product. Educate people on the things that you're doing in your life. Educate them. Write this down. Impact, education, entertainment. You also got to be funny. People like to see confidence. They like to see fun. They like to see energy. They like to see you playing a joke on your spouse. They like to see people doing entertaining things. They want to be a part of winning. They want to be a part of fun. They don't want to buy from losers. If you don't look like you're doing something, you better start. Winners attract attention. If you're getting no attention on social media, it's because you're not displaying what winning looks like. Money is attracted to attention. Money follows attention. Here's money, here's attention. Boom, they come together. The more attention you get out there, the more you put your brand out there, the more you get known, the more you get liked, the more you get celebrated, the more people are looking at you, money just follows. Like, listen, man, here, I can get a motivational quote right off Instagram right now, and I can make a reel just by thinking about it. Watch. All right, so I can go to Instagram, I can go to my things. This one, I don't even know what this says, but watch this. When you do the right things for the right reasons, the right things come to you, just like karma. Don't miss blessings. Oh, this is easy. I say, guys, listen, man, I did the wrong things for a long time, and I got a sandwich, okay? I did the right things, and then I didn't get a shit sandwich, and it's amazing how you can attract what you want in the universe. You can attract your right client, you can attract your right people, you can attract your right friends. If you're single, you can attract the right girl, the right guy, the right microwave, whatever you're into, you can attract. It's so cool. Just do the right okay? And my brand, somebody would like that. They would come in, and then in that circle, they're gonna see me educating. And they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's cool and he sells campers. Oh, magically, I was thinking of a camper. They may watch me do a couple camping videos, and one of them might be funny. See, you're relating to somebody in a brand. And when you go in there, the brand is more powerful than the news right now. I'm telling you, the news channels are going out of business and people are following influencers. Influencers are making more money than ever on YouTube, Instagram, and everything because the news is gone. And it's getting worse. People aren't following it. They're following the people that they like on these things, guys. You got to tap into these things, okay? So, impact, education, entertainment, okay? Leverage that social media. Do 2 reels a day. If you need help, like deciding what your content is gonna be, go write down 20 moments in your life that you felt like were impossible that you beat. Impact. Go find 20 motivational quotes and don't just blurt the quote out. Think of how the quote makes you feel. See, I didn't say that quote. I've gotten good at saying how it makes me feel. And then the audience is like, I feel the same way. I like you, okay? You could go find something that's funny in your industry. You know, you guys probably saw that one. I had this one go viral, and it was like me with a laptop in the ocean, and I was banging on the laptop in the ocean. I was like, hey, salespeople, if it was it's the last day of the month and I'm on vacation and I'm making calls, and I was like, and then I threw the laptop because I didn't hit my goal, right? That went viral. Like it did like 200,000 on my page, but it was on all these other pages. I was getting tagged from all around the world. Just like that. I did not come up with that. I saw it on a page and I was like, my audience will love this. I'm gonna do this, okay? And then I made it funny. I made it exciting. And then people are like, oh, I love that. Number 5, consistency is the key. In this world right now, they just want it easy. You gotta approach with a lens that's not like the lens of the salespeople nowadays. Nowadays, they're just approaching like, oh, if it doesn't win, I'm out, I quit, I'm going to other places. You gotta say, man, I'm gonna be here for life. And if I have a bigger brand than everybody, do I win bigger? What's the answer? Yes, okay? But you gotta be thinking about that. All right, number 6, building a personal narrative. Create a story around your brand that people resonate with emotionally. People don't just buy products, they buy stories. You gotta create a personal narrative around your product, around your brand, because they're buying you. All right, that's an easy one. Number 7 is providing value, continuously offering value to your audience, whether it's just through knowledge, entertainment, or handling solutions, but just come with an idea of how do I give. Give. How do I give, okay? That's your goal. That's your goal in branding, is you're giving. You're giving energy, you're giving fun, you're giving enthusiasm, you're giving some tips, you're giving some education, and you're consistently out there. That's number 1. You got to be consistently where the market can see you, okay? All right, guys, let's just go with 8. You got to diversify your content. You can't just have reels. You could have a podcast. You could have YouTube, long form content. That's really good. Here's what I use: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I personally put 4 reels a day on each one. You don't have to. You could start with 1 and just get consistent for 30 days, okay? But I put 4 on each of these platforms, and I drop 1 long form video every day on YouTube, and then I drop 2 long form videos on YouTube on Mondays and Fridays, the new motivational series. Man, you don't have to get a lot of subscribers to get a lot of deals. You know, the one thing that's really cool about the YouTube algorithm that I want to explain right now is that it's serving the videos up to the right people. Go to YouTube right now, type in anything that you want to learn. You used to only see the videos that were viral. Nowadays, if you type in anything, it's not going to show you all the viral videos. You'll see ones with like 30 views, 50 views, 80 views. So it's giving everybody a chance to win. They got to know who you are, what you do, how good you are at what you do, and where you're at. All right, guys, go kick some butt. We love you guys. Let's go. Twin Tuesday, we're out, baby. Let's go.
I'm not patient, but I've learned to embrace it. Cause I've been working, I've been waiting, never complacent. Cause I'm so close, I could taste it.